Bill Feehley, and I'm the Executive Director of MSATP, and welcome to another edition of MSATP TV. Joining us today is Bob Jennings with TaxSpeaker. We're really excited to have him here with us today, and he's going to be talking about some of the classes that will be coming up at the convention this year. So Bob, why don't you take it away and tell us a little bit about yourself and the classes that you'll be hosting.
Well, good morning, everybody. Bob Jennings here, a long-time participant with you guys in Maryland. The first class we'll be doing, of course, is the, what is that, Wednesday night, I believe, Bill, the security?
Yes, yeah,
Wednesday afternoon.
Right.
That's a evening or afternoon, I can't remember what.
Afternoon class, right.
Okay, that's the 3-hour security. My son, Ryan, who is our IT director, many of you guys have heard me talk about him. He will be doing it with me. We do it together. We'll talk not only about office security, but internet security, email security, major issues with Gmail, Google privacy issues. We have some new tools regarding encryption, particularly if you're using a cloud-based server like Dropbox or OneDrive, how we can encrypt that now. We've got some new tools for that. Checklists, we give you a number of employee guides for, with everybody working from home now, you need to have a written policy guide for people working from home. We'll be giving that to you during the class, discussing it as well. But what we have found in this security class is we have so much material, we won't get through it, but having Ryan with me enables us to answer just a million questions. I'm an accountant that likes computers. Ryan is a computer guy that happens to work for an accounting firm. So it really gives us that capability to give you guys some real in-office hands-on advice and answer specific questions. So we're excited about that. Now, Ryan will be with us the next day. I think, Bill, aren't we doing those classes as a simulcast? Am I right or wrong on that? Or?
No, it's just, yes, it's going to be a simulcast.
Okay.
We'll be doing it live in Ocean City, but we'll be broadcasting it as well.
Okay. And then the next day is Compilations and Reviews. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Of course, yep. Ryan won't be doing any of that with me. So that's an 8-hour class. It is totally and completely updated through and including SARS-25.
Okay.
The way I cover it is I do about 2 hours on prepared financials. I give you all the engagement letters, what you got to do as far as protecting yourself. We do about 4 hours on compilations, same thing, engagement letters, report letters, guidance, real good hands-on stuff. And then I end the day talking about reviewed financials, and we try to give you the same hands-on stuff, the engagement letters. And again, SARS-25, which goes into effect here at the end of this year, it's mandatory if you do financials. The entire manual has been updated for that, and we've made sure that you'll get all that information. Now, I think I have Bill Leonard coming in with me, and he's going to be doing the review discussion. He does more reviews. I do 2, and I think Bill does 30. So I'll be doing the preparation and the compilations, and Bill will probably be doing the reviewed financials at Ocean City for us.
Okay, very good. I look forward to seeing Bill. When on the security module, one of the things that you're required now is to sign off that you have a security plan in place for your ETIN number. Is that part of what the program is going to be? Is including that information so that people, if they don't have that?
We will not only include that, Bill. We do provide a compliant written policy, as you know, that we've got to have. Of course, we suggest everybody modify it to their office, but it meets the requirements to have a written security policy. We'll give that to you. Okay,
very good. Now, was that included in your USB drive last year? I don't remember.
I believe so. I won't swear to it, but I believe so, Bill.
All right, because we've got a couple of people who have called about it, mainly in the fall as they were renewing, and I thought it was on there, and I referred them to that, and obviously that helped to sell some of the USB drives, which is a good thing. And I know that a lot of people don't put the security plan in place in writing. And that's one of the requirements, is that it be in writing, not
Yeah.
just that you have a policy in place.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah, I
elaborate
know.
on that a little bit?
When we talked about that last fall, you could see people's heads kind of jerk up like, what, who? As you know, that's been in place for a year now.
I know it has.
And it's scary when we do a class and people say, well, when did that start? My response is about a year ago. So yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll also give you, in addition to the written policy, we're going to talk about the specifics. What does this really mean as far as security? We're not just talking locking your doors. We're talking hard drive encryption. We're talking password protection. I had somebody the other day that emailed me a file as an attachment to it. You can't do that, folks. You can't email a non-password protected file to a client. And this year, with so many of us working from home, I'm afraid of the violations that we're doing. I mean, that's a direct violation of IRS security guidelines. So we'll talk about it, and we'll make it easy. I do returns too. So we'll make sure that we give you the hands-on stuff that we use in our offices to make all this work.
Okay. And I'm sure that you all use portals. So I'm sure the part of the class is going to cover portals for those of our members who aren't using them yet.
There's a number of providers. We do talk about it as far as the providers. I won't talk about one specific because there's so many people that do it, but all of them have the same general idea, which is it's a secure login. We'll walk through some steps on making sure you're using a secure one, some of the best tips with it. I've used portals, I guess, for 10 years now, 9 or 10 years since they started, but yeah, we will be talking about them. I won't make a specific recommendation because about everybody serving our industry has met all the requirements for security.
Right. Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell us about the comp and review class?
Comp and review, one of the things I've always thought, Bill Leonard pointed it out to me about 5 years ago. He said, nearly every one of these comp and review classes is taught by people that don't actually do comps and reviews. That's not negative. It's smart people, but they're professors, and that's great. But as we all know, we run into stuff in our offices that it's not in a book. And I think one of the biggest advantages of the comp and review class is, I always tell the story, and I guess it dates me. I started teaching comp and review when comp and review started in 1978. For the old Coopers and Lybrand, I'm a tax guy. The audit department brought me in to teach it. So we've got that hands-on comp and review stuff that I don't think we get anywhere else. So I try to give you all those guidelines. Hey, is independence really a big issue? Well, I'll let you know about that. We'll discuss it. So,
good.
The most boring class in the world, we try to make it interesting. That's what we try to do.
Right, exactly. Well, I certainly appreciate all the time and effort that TaxSpeaker gives to us as a society and keeping us all updated. And I'm certainly looking forward to seeing you in person. It's been a whole year since I've seen you, so I'm looking forward to it. And I hope that everything goes okay on your trip you're driving in. Is that correct?
Well, the Frederick class, I'm flying to Frederick to do those classes. Ocean City we're driving to. Ryan and I will be driving in, carrying all the camera and the computer equipment with us. And, as I told you before we started, these will be the first live in-person classes, my gosh, with people in the room in over a year. So we're excited about it too. And if you're worried, yes, we've all had our shots, including rabies and distemper. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Bob, for joining us this morning. It's always a pleasure. And I look forward to seeing you in Frederick and then followed up by the convention in Ocean City.
Sounds great, Bill. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you all. Bye.